They called him Bluetooth not because of his teeth, though one was black as pitch, but because he brought warring clans together, like pieces of shattered bone fusing into one unbreakable limb. Before Harald, Denmark was just a collection of feuding jarls, squabbling over forests and fjords like wolves over scraps. Harald didn't ask for loyalty. He crushed rebellion, burned cities, and carved his rule into stone and skull alike. When Jutland's jarls refused to bend the knee, Harald gathered his huskarls and marched in the dead of winter. Ice cracked beneath their boots, the breath of his warriors rising like smoke from Hell's forge. At the gates of Hedeby, he stood tall in his iron-studded cloak and shouted, "You are not kings. You are children playing with fire." "I am the flame," they laughed. Then Harald lit the river with flaming pitch, his ships aflame like demons sailing from Muspelheim. The firestorm swept through the city, and by morning those who had defied him dragged their own chains to his feet. But Harald wasn't just a warlord. He saw the tides of time shifting, from Odin and Thor to the new god of crosses and churches. So he did the unthinkable. He converted to Christianity, not out of fear, but strategy. With one hand still soaked in pagan blood, he raised churches beside longhouses and built a kingdom that would outlive the sagas. To seal his legacy, he carved a massive runestone in Jelling. Harald, who won all of Denmark and Norway and made the Danes Christian, that stone still stands. A godless man with gods in his blood, a uniter with a warlord's heart, Harald was the first signal, the spark that turned scattered tribes into a nation. His son, Svein Forkbeard, hungry for power, betrayed him. Harald, wounded by an assassin's bolt, fled, but he didn't die right away. He made it to the Slavic coast, bloody but unbowed. They say in his last breath he whispered, "Let the world remember I lit the fire, I made the signal." 1,000 years later, when engineers designed wireless communication that connects rival technologies, they named it after the Viking who did it first, Bluetooth. And that symbol you see, it's not random. It's the rune for H and B, Harald Bluetooth.